Hi everybody, this is Dale. Welcome to my channel, Not Too Shabby Chic. This is part 2, even though I didn't designate the first video as part 1 of hashtag Friendship Friday. I came on last night because it was very late to tell you all about Linda Riddle, who is a precious friend who has such a giving heart. She has just arbitrarily sent me things over the years. She sent me some Dale Evans things, and always on the lookout for Dale Evans stuff for me. And she sent me some other vintage goodies before, and just a wonderful supporter of my channel. And we became fast friends, and I just think the world of her, as I know you will too, and many of you probably already know her because she does watch other crafters and supports them. So the wonderful Linda Riddle, who does not have a YouTube channel, but she probably should. She creates wonderful things, and she's made me a Dale Evans tag, a couple of them that were so cute. So in any case, let me show you what I'm going to send to her, because you won't get to see an unboxing because she doesn't have a channel. So Linda, this box is for you. So let's get started. And I've got my little Flo Flamingo here from Jovi, who keeps me company, and she's all prissy with her legs crossed. You can see right here. And I love my little flamingo. So let's see what we've got. I'm gonna put it over here, out of the way. So first I've got these vintage tickets. They're a blush pink color, and they're really cool. They're from Monarch Carnival Supply Company, Washington, D.C. And I believe I got these from the wonderful Selena at Amore Fabrics. She always has cool goodies that you can pick up, very reasonably priced. So I got a whole roll of these, so I'm sharing some of these with Linda. And then I picked, and then here's some purple ones I got from Selena as well. These are the ones that are doubles. Keep this coupon and drop this one in place. So these are cool, and there's even little spaces on the back where you can write on them. But lavender, I said purple, but it's really a lavender color. So got her those tickets, and these pretty orange. It's like a burnt orange color, pumpkin orange. And I got all 3 of these from Selena at Amore Fabrics, so you need to check her out, or Amore Fabrics, whichever way you want to pronounce it. I say Fabriques because it's Fabriqueus. These are some things I purchased from Donna Little. Donna Little is another very good source for vintage doilies, vintage linens, and she also has starting to have some other things, and I purchased some from her. These are different playing cards. Now, this isn't vintage. I have the same set, sorry for the glare, that I bought at Walgreens, and I love them. So I'm giving, but they look vintage. So this is a cute card, and this is from Quiddler. It's a game from 1998. These are some Scrabble cards from 2008, different letters on them. This is a Rook card. This is a cool King of Hearts, and it is from 5 Crowns, a fun game if you've never played it. This is the number 7. I don't know what kind of card this is, but it's pretty cool, and it's a good size for a journaling card, so you could back it or keep that and cover this side. Another one of these pretty cards. My focus is not wanting to do well. I'll move slower. Here's a 2 that is a windmill with a tulip. Another King. This is of diamonds, but he's blue because he's 5 crowns. They're different colors. Here's another Rook card. Another Scrabble card. I love this card. It's like a fancy A, I guess. And that's Quiddler. I've never heard of that game. And another one of these cards with the King of Pentacles, whatever that is. And then this is a vintage card that shows an old alarm clock and a wall clock, so you can learn to tell time. So those are some cute little vintage cards. Then I have her some vintage buttons. I love vintage buttons. So I included some, also this vintage brooch that I need to pin back so that it doesn't stick her when she gets it. Okay, isn't that gorgeous? I got that at a thrift store. And I have these 3 buttons left on this card, but that's cool. And she has the buttons and the card to use for a tag. This too. And this little one is cute. It's got all the little mother of pearl looking buttons. And they're hand sewn on. You won't see that anymore. Then we have this earring holder that I got at the thrift store with some buttons. And look, all of these wonderful, wonderful buttons. Here's some pretty purple or lavender. Here's one burgundy cloth button. Here's a bunch of mother of pearl and resin kind of buttons. This is a navy blue button. And then we have these pretty brown buttons. I just love interesting buttons. Here's one still on a piece of old cloth. It's a pretty cloth white button. And then just all of these yellow parchment sort of color ones are neat. And there's some gold. Love those. So I tried to give her a variety. Here's a polished gold and a silver flower. It looks kind of like a sunflower or a daisy. A gold swirl. Anyway, you get the idea. There's lots of cool vintage buttons. Here's a heart-shaped button. It's one on some safety pins. They're old. These are mostly vintage, and there's just a not supposed to go in there. Beautiful buttons. So those are for Miss Linda, and I hope she can use those. I'll put them back in the bag after the video. She likes vintage books. This is one I've been hoarding just because of the cover. It's called Schoolgirls Abroad, and it's got the trunk and like they're packed to go on a trip. And I just think the cover would make a beautiful journal. The inside, there's no pictures, but look at the inside of that marbled paper. To Bernadette and Claire from Father Macaulay. And it says, the late Sister M. Rita of the Sisters of the Holy Cross, Notre Dame, Indiana. And the copyright is 1911. So, it is look how great condition this is for 1911. But it's got nice thick pages that she can make ephemera out of, because it's really good quality pages. And there's a little poem here that's pretty cool. And there might be a few other little scripture references or poems. I saw a couple. There's one here. But instead of continuing to hoard, I am giving things to friends who are part of my hashtag Friendship Friday, and I want to show them how much I appreciate them. And this is the best way I know how, is to send them some specially selected items that I think they will like. So hopefully she can use that. Then I have some vintage pictures that I got at the estate sale that are mostly from the late 1800s. Some are, you know, 19 up to like the 1940s. This one was in Chicago, and look at this fella. Is he not adorable? I don't know the year of this one. Looking at his suit, I would say maybe the 1920s, but it could have been the 40s. I don't know. Let's see if it says on the back. No, it does not. But the good thing is she could take the picture out and use this as something in her journal. But it's a sweet picture of this handsome young boy. He probably is a teenager. I love the cover. Not sure how it goes. I think you can do this so it stands up if you wanted to display it like so. So anyway, enough about him. So I have that. And then I have this vintage wedding picture. This is the whole wedding party. Isn't that cool? Sorry for the glare. And hold on one moment. So I'm back. This picture looks to me to be late 1800s based on the way they're dressed. Could be early 1900s. Oh, looky here. It's 1916 on the back. And it's got the name of the man and woman that I can't pronounce. So that is very cool. Then I have this picture. This lady. Is she pretty? Flat hair across the top. Like somebody sat a bowl on her, a pot on top of her head. This is Mrs. William Fisher. And this picture I think is super interesting, and you've got all this here that you could write something or make a journaling place with if you wanted, and it's been cracked right there. And look, on the back is really cool. It's a ghost image from a picture that was at one time next to it of a man. Isn't that cool? Handsome fella too. That is neat. So there she is. Then we have some small cabinet cards. These are 1800s. Is she pretty? This is Cousin Alma Reich, or however you say her name. Oh, Cousin Alma. She's pretty. I love the back. You can also scan, Linda, these for digitals, and the backs are pretty for journaling cards by themselves. I have some of these in my Etsy shop, not the small ones. I've yet to do that, for sale. And then I have digitals that I did. There's one set of just the card backs, which are really pretty. And then I've got several of the larger 4x6, I think they are, cards. And this is a picture of two siblings that it's kind of faded, but it's super cute. And they are Miriam, 4 years and 1 month, and DeGroff, 2 years old. And then this is a beautiful young lady. She looks to be, to me, around 11, 12 years old. That's a little tiny. And then we have some vintage bingo cards. And these are flexible but good journaling cards for the back. A couple of those. And here's this sweet little boy dressed like a sailor. Not sure what year that is. He's adorable. Let's see. Robert Stratham Strahan, 4 years old. I don't know. And then we have some Dewey Decimal System library cards. Several of those. And I have this cute, I've hoarded this for 2 years. It's called The Little Chick, a lollipop book. And it would be great to use in a journal or use the pages. Isn't it cute? Great images to use for tags and stuff. And its copyright date is 1950. Sweet little book. Cute images. And these are very vintage cards. May 6th, it doesn't say, 1923. So this could be scanned. Patented December 1916, I think. But it's about Samuel, the young Samuel, coming to Eli. And then on the back, it's called a lesson picture card. And you have the lesson on the back. So that's pretty cool. Some more of the library cards. Various different ones. And another. This is about Ruth when she met Boaz. No, this is about Ruth and Naomi. When Ruth told Naomi, "Thy people shall be my people, and thy God my God." The memory verse is, "Honor thy father and thy mother." And it's a picture card. The Ruth, the faithful daughter, story of Ruth. So those are interesting, and I thought Linda would like those. Then we have more pictures. Some more library cards. And here is a cool picture, very retro. And I don't know the year this is, but you could also shrink this, reduce it, so that you could use it in a journal. Then here are some cabinet cards of some men. I have tons of these that I'll be selling in my Etsy store if they'll start moving. So please check out my Etsy store and get you some cabinet cards. I've priced them very reasonable for how many you're getting. This is on a blush pink. It's a handsome fella. This is a little faded. He's a handsome fella, and I love the scroll look there. And Linda, you can scan these and make a digital so that you don't have to use the original, or you can use the original if you want. These are the late 1800s, and he handsome. He's all decked out. His little hairdo on top. This one is Harold and Herbert. When they were little, and they both look like little girls. It's faded, but it's sweet. And here are a few small ones. Again, this is a dapper young fella, young man. Here is one, looks like they're holding newspapers maybe. Let's see. It's just got initials on the back. He's interesting. Another handsome fella. I love these guy pictures, and that one's got a pretty back on it. He looks like he got a toupee on. And he's got that fringed chair, which I saw in a lot of the cabinet cards that I have. So those are there. Then I included some doilies and things. This is a little suede with little pieces I cut out of a shawl that I had. This is a strip, which would make a cool ruffle if you wanted to sew it to a page ruffle. It's pretty long, and you've got two colors together. You could tear it in half, or you could use it for a snippet. No charge for the strings. Looks vintagey. This is a piece of I forgot what kind of lace this is called. I got this from Donna Little. It's been very vintage. She knows all the names of them. Pretty piece of delicate lace, vintage lace here. This I have hoarded, and I've used it a lot, but I don't have a lot left, or this could even be my last piece. This was off of a dress that I took apart, and I love this lace. Look at the scalloped edge at the bottom. You can tell this was going up to the shoulder. I love this, and it's got the hand beaded, hand sewn beads on the back. So pretty. So this is one of my favorites. Some more of that shawl, pieces that I didn't cut apart. It's got the doily piece, and then there's a little suede piece. I just think they're cute. Then I have hoarded this. Oh, here's some little pieces of the doilies. Go there. Stuck to my finger. This is a piece of lace I bought at Hobby Lobby, and I have hoarded it because I just couldn't bring my, I don't know, I never did anything fancy enough that I could use it on. I got it half price, but it was still kind of pricey. But isn't it absolutely gorgeous? And it would be beautiful for a shabby chic journal, and Linda's favorites and specialty are shabby chic journals. So I want to see what you do with this, Linda, and what you make out of it, because I never did. And there's a lot here. It's just so pretty. Love this, but I am letting go of it because I've not used it, and I've had it for a very long time. And can't wait to see what Linda does with that. Then we have this little tea towel with the fuzz off of it that is vintage, and it's hand embroidered. Isn't that pretty? You can see the back. A neat embroiderer, or you can call them a slow stitcher, and the little border across the bottom. And I've got lots of doilies that I get all of these from Donna Little, and that's her channel name, is Donna Little, Little. And I will try and link her below, as well as Amore Fabriques. And that sweet. So lots, 3 of these, and she won't be selling many of these anymore. Her mother always cut apart the tablecloths and such for her, and she's unable to do that anymore, so Donna may not be able to sell these anymore. So I don't know if you could still buy these or not. She does have linens and things, and I will be hoarding my doilies because she's not going to sell them anymore, but I am sharing some. These are pretty green. This was a piece that I got that was vintage that I cut up. And there's a little connector piece. Another little connector doily, a little tiny one. And that, so is that. They're cute. Love this one. There. They're gorgeous. They're all vintage. These are pretty. And there are these pretty white with pink edging. And I love these. They look like crosses or like an X, just however you want to use them, with that beautiful peach trim. So I gave her quite a few of those. So they're shabby chic-ish. These beige doilies, my favorite colors because I like grungy. And these are kind of square-ish. Look like a pinwheel in the center. So we've got several of those. These are little quilt pieces. Another one of those. And last but not least, I have this trim I got from Donna. Isn't that pretty? Another piece of quilt. Here are some larger doilies. Soft. They're beige. There's an off-white. This is off-white. Got a couple of these. And pretty forest green color. And a couple more of these. And I was going to give her some laces, but they're still packed up and I don't know exactly where, so I can only give people what I have out at the moment. So I've still got a lot to unpack, but I hope you enjoyed this and are inspired to share your stash with friends and those who inspire you, or do a shout out or show what people send you. It's a wonderful way to encourage one another, to let people know how much you appreciate them. And that's the main thing. It doesn't have to be as much as I'm giving away. I just have so much. It's sinful. It really is. And I've decided that I needed to share it with my crafty friends. So I am sharing with Linda this week. We'll see who comes up next week, or it may be, I may start doing the giveaways every other week and do a shout out every other week. So therefore I'm giving away something one week, the next week I'll do a shout out or show something I've gotten or purchased to give someone a shout out. But thank you for watching. I love you all so much. You are encouraging and supporting, and I just love being with you guys on camera. So if you're not a subscriber, I hope you will hit the subscribe button and the bell that gets all notifications, not just occasional, so that you see when I put a video out, and that you hit the like button because it will help me out a lot. I'm trying to get to 2,000, but right now I want to get to 1,500, and it seems like it's taking me a year so far to get to 1,500 from 1,000. So any help that you can give me to get there would be much appreciated. I love you all. I pray you have a blessed day. Know that God loves you, I love you, and you are very, very valuable to me. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.